Can you tell us your experience concerning your own personal self-realization? I have been sharing this realization with you. I feel every word is coming out of that which is identical with your own self. I am not a special self. It's identical with your own self. And some people say that they feel they are different from this. So all the discussions is only to test you out, to see which account will stand up, my account or your account. I say we are same, we are one. We differ in expression. There is variety in expression, thankfully. But in the essence, and we are addressing only what is the essential thing, because superficial things, they are irrelevant to this. It's okay. It will be indeed oppressive to start to tell you what you should do or not to do. I say, let all the rivers flow like they do. All of them will come to this ocean. And when they come to the ocean, the rivers cannot keep their names. So all the conversation is only for this, to make plainly clear, to pull the curtains on this apparent mystery, to show you that at the end of all your strivings, if you are looking in the most effective way, you cannot escape this recognition that all things that we call life, what you call the actions, the movement of life and time, relationships, all these things, they're taking place in your presence. We have the sense that we are the active part, that we are the player. That's also an aspect of our expression. But there's nothing significant to find there. Without you, the ultimate seer, all things that appear could not be tasted, could not be perceived. You must be there to see all this. Even the most subtle, as I was saying, there are some thoughts, some sensations are so subtle, there are no concepts for them. And yet you can perceive them. Even space, the most subtle of all the elements, also you can perceive. Therefore, your own self must be subtler even than that. Who can argue with such things? The question comes, that in whose presence all this takes place, in whose presence even perception is perceived, can that itself be perceived? That in whose presence even the function of perception is itself perceived. Can you place yourself in front of this as an object in its view? Is it possible? Or is it not that you're right there at the very core itself? If you say, but I can be seen, then the seer of that is also you, your own self. You without you. You without you. What does it mean? It means that which is essential without that which is added on later. We are always associating with qualities that came after. They are not original to what we are. They are gathered later. Here we are concerned with that which is unchanging, which is the eternal fact, not the fiction. And can this be recognized or not? So my feeling is, in any sincere or authentic inquiry, the result is the same. I am that. Not verbally, not mentally, not academically, not intellectually, but experientially. It's clear. I cannot be anything other than that. Not even the words. I am that beyond even the concept I am that. Such is the revelation, which is the outcome of inquiry. You ask, can I share something? I am sharing it. Is sharing it out of this, pointing to that in your own self, so that you don't have to keep on asking me questions. You can go to your own source and find if there is any questions to be asked there. Then whatever answers are possible for you, they will come from there. There comes a time when you ask this question, who am I? And it will not find a landing place, this question. Presently, in some cases, lots of answers are coming, and it's not being seen clearly that the answers are merely phenomenal expressions of the mind itself. That I cannot be that, because I'm here to witness that. So when that is recognized, all of that evidence can be left aside. It cannot bring you to that intimate and direct experience that we are all searching for. I don't feel anyone has come here merely for knowledge. Knowledge is not reliable. But for direct experience, for irrefutable clarity, to move into such immediacy of experience that I would say beyond even conviction. I'm sure you follow. Beyond even conviction. If you have a specific question, I will take it. But if it's the general question, I've said as much as I can about it. If you have specific questions about, then I will attempt to address them. Gratitude, is this a question or? Yes. Thank you, thank you. I can go now? Huh? No. No, don't be sorry. You give me an opportunity to express something. Your question is genuine. I feel it. And I try to address it in the most honest way I can do. Of course, maybe another time I will tell you something maybe you'll find more interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Because already this morning I think someone someone was asking this type of question. I don't remember even the question, how it was, but we spoke at length about it, about some account of what took place at the feet of my own master, you see. That I'd written to him long letter, because I was like yourself sitting in satsang with about as many people as well too, and for several months listening, but I was not ready to be seen. I would always find a broad shoulder to sit behind, so I could listen to the questions of others and, feel the resonance in my own self, and felt, it's enough like this, it's enough like this, you see. But at some point it came that it wasn't enough. Something said, no, you have to go up. Because I was watching some beings going up, and I saw that something was good about coming up, to take the risk to go up. So it came to my turn, and I'd spent all night trying to write the perfect letter, So, which at the time I thought he would find interesting, you see. You get it? I thought he would be interested in me. So you did? Oh, very good. So on the day came, see, now I'm telling you now. So as it was in those days, we had people were waiting outside before satsang, and then I'd come with my own letter. And in those days, one of the attendants would come and ask, anybody has any letter, any mail for Papa today? And then it was pulled out from my fingers. No. So it was pure torture, actually. I thought, no, what have you done? What have you done now? Especially when you start to make friendships, in the Sangha, and now you're going to, all your laundry is going to be washed out in public. So it was like this, and so I spent the time in satsang sitting, watching his table to see how many letters was there, and whether maybe he wouldn't get to my letter today. And then, But at a certain point, I saw him picking up this letter and starting to read it. Then he called. That was the moment. I had to walk through this sea of people to come to the front. So he started anyway. He started to read the letter, and then was starting to make some comments about it, in fact. Yeah. He started to make some comments about it. I was sitting right there, and he was commenting about things I'd written, and making some jokes and stuff like this. But internally, something completely different was going on, I was starting to feel this kind of noise inside, this. It became so loud, and it started to come to a point where it started to ring, from voom, 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 voom to, and I couldn't actually hear what he was saying. I was looking up, and he was. There was so much judgments also coming up in my body, judgments and fear, resistance. Why is he speaking to me like this? Disgraceful, to make me feel ashamed, and people laughing, and all this noise, but outwardly I try to look very calm. Inside the ship is going down, everything. And so then after this, it finished, and something was a bit relieved, but inside so hot, and I felt I have to get away from this place. In fact, I was feeling, this is what I needed. I've been here long enough, and it's getting a bit boring now. And I needed a good kick to get moving on my journey, and wasted enough time. This was feeling. So something felt good, like I've reached a place of real resolution. It's time to go and come. So after satsang was finished, I didn't want to speak to anybody at all, I didn't feel I liked anybody in satsang at all. So okay, that's it, I'm going home. I went home quickly, got to my room, and started packing my clothes. And it was a hot day. It was hot day, hotter than here. And somehow I stopped for a moment. I felt I would go for a little walk, get some air, and went out walking into this town, Indianagar, and found a little tree, sat there for a little bit. Still inside was noisy, like, buzzing, bad shakti. It was there. It's like this. It was in the body everywhere, like frying eggs or something. That's horrible. And then at some point I felt to move, to go. Okay, now I go, get back, finish the packing, chalo, go. I started walking, and at a certain, maybe 10 meters away, it was like this cloud, dark, heavy cloud, that I was walking inside this cloud. Suddenly, it was just gone in this moment. And I could not find myself. I could not find any kind of reference for myself or a self. And this was what happened in that moment. I could see my hands, but it's not about this, I mean, it was, I don't know what this is, but it wasn't this. That's not what I was looking for. I could not find a context for where I existed before, or a memory of who I might have been or something. But it wasn't really a shock. I don't know what to say. It was just expanse, this space. And then at a few moments later, a wave of love came towards Papaji, and then in that moment I realized up until then I had not really loved him, you know. I would sort of like, I had a hand on his chest like, well, you know, okay, you know, you're good. Now if Ramana was here, that's a different thing, but you but all of this became nothing. So it was not about this, just was a lot of some mental stuff was in the way. And I started running actually too, like a little kid, to run to his house. I don't know what to tell him actually, just running. And I was saying that I don't feel my feet was touching the ground. I was running. And I don't remember what happened. I didn't go to his house. I don't know what happened. And that was the idea of of myself didn't come back in quite that way. Something is still there. I still remember, and I can still speak about my childhood, and different things can be spoken about, but there seemed no interest there. If it is spoken about only to illustrate some point, I don't know. I don't know if that can be said to be, you know, because I've had different experiences leading up to this. But until then, I had not had something that was so clear that to be without a context, to have no image of myself that is reliable, nothing at all. In that moment, nothing at all. There was no one or other. Of course, there were people at the chai shop, people were laughing, but it was like on another realm. Like this was existing on another realm. And I was seeing from another place. I don't like to talk about these things too much, because then sometimes in our minds we think, oh yeah, but I've got to have one like that as well. And you know, I am not speaking about these things. I'm not saying, look, you know, go for the big one. I'm saying, pointing to something which is unbroken in you, that space of seeing. Mind might come and say, yes, you've seen a lot, you've understand so deeply, but you've not had that experience, you know, where whatever it is, which is your beautiful moment, that hasn't happened, so to speak. This is, for me, it's totally irrelevant like this. It may come in its own time, a deeper and deeper announcement of the truth to itself inside this body, it will come. But what I've pointed out to you here, it is enough. It is enough. What is not an event. There may be an event in the recognition of it, you may call it that, but what is being pointed to, at, and from is one. And you are sensing, hearing, understanding in the space of yourself. This is taking place. I have no doubt about it. Others have come to complete clarity and peace in the same way that is being pointed to right now, right here. Don't fall for the feeling that somehow you need to have some crashing experience or some trumpets blowing or something. If that happens, that day will also pass. But what it passes in the presence of will not pass. And that is here now, in whose presence the speaking and the listening is taking place. And it knows perfectly well how it wants to show itself in each form. So for this I say thank you for allowing me to share this little piece of whatever it is with you. Thank you.